Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I'm Jason, your host. Got a lot to talk about here. A lot. Just let me go over here. Okay. So, I've been talking to my friends and thinking about this all weekend and before the weekend. Now, I thought about, hey, maybe, well, now my mum's passed away, and the way I've been able to explore and leave the house and that on a mobility scooter, maybe the mobility scooter isn't the end point. Maybe the mobility scooter isn't the final evolution of what I'm capable of. I don't think the mobility scooter will ever go away because it is a very good safe space for going to shop, going inside shops and all those kind of things. So it's not like it's going to disappear or anything. But how come? I thought about an e-bike, well, an e-trike or an e-bike, but the problem with that is this. One of my big disabilities is that let's just park off to the side and have a little chat. Let's turn the camera around a bit just here. So let me just turn you around. It's going to take a little bit, so go quiet and turn it up here. So, one of the problems with an e-bike is it adds complications. On the scooter, I can look around me and I'm in control of the movement. Now, that's okay. I've got enough bandwidth in my brain to deal with this around me. Nah. But we've come to the conclusion that adding pedaling on a bike into the mix will probably be too much. The act of having to add that layer on is an issue. Please call. So, after much consideration and deep diving, e-scooters are out, and that include e-trikes, because in the UK you can't have one that you just can start going really with the actual throttle. It's all pedal assist. That's how the rules go for it. Now, my friend Britt, who uses a moped, was the first one to talk to me about this idea of why don't I get myself an actual moped? See, at the moment the plan was to get a class 2 scooter to complement this scooter to go on trains and that. But what if I wasn't? The problem with trains is, and car vehicles, I would have to get off the scooter, I would have to sit next to other people, and it would not be a good thing really. So what if I got a vehicle that could get from here to the coast, that could get from here to anywhere in the UK except on motorways? And that is the idea. Now, the best way to put this is I am already using the roads with this. In fact, if it wasn't for waiting for the DVLA registration letter to come through, I'd be going all the way from my house to town on the roads. I did a short test down there. I crossed a roundabout. I stayed in traffic, and on a scooter, there's two things that bother me about a scooter, a mobility scooter on the road. First of all, if the road's narrow, you're actually impeding other modes of transport. This can go a maximum of 9 mile an hour on the road, and therefore I am impeding traffic. Now, on roads around the town, that's no problem. Because roads around the town, we are okay, because there's enough room and there's enough bandwidth on all of these roads for me to be close to the curb and keep out of the way of the primary traffic. So I'm not impeding anybody else. I am much more vulnerable on a mobility scooter on the road than on a moped. So, I'd have to take what's called my CBT, which is like, it's not really you don't pass or fail it. It's the basic thing that they teach you how to ride a motorbike, a moped, and how to get around. The idea would be this: keep the mobility scooter, because this can go for all my stuff that's local, like going into shops and everything like that. This is perfect. Let's continue with the ride anyway. Let's just I'm going to just untighten this slightly to make it easier to turn around. There we are. So we're looking at something called a Yamaha Tri-City. It's a three-wheel motorbike, well, moped. Two wheels at the front, one at the back. It's very good, very well thought of, and it can go pretty much. It's got a maximum speed, I think, of 60 mile an hour, which is what these ones. And you need insurance, and that I'd have to afford through the insurance as well. But yeah. And the idea is that would be my transport outside of Stoke-on-Trent. My freedom to go places. There is big challenges. There is lots of coping strategies needed. Like I will need to somehow, like when I leave the house at the moment on my mobility scooter, most of my computer technology, most of the stuff that I use as my coping strategy while I'm out here, is actually my phone, my Garmin watch, and my noise cancelling earbuds. That's the primary system I use, and it works really, really well. I don't need much more. And so I think we could do this. After all, it's amazing how I went from not being able to leave the house at all to being able to use this mobility and go 10, 25 miles journeys that I managed to handle going to the hospital. all of these things would have been a almost impossibility in the past. Really would. And as soon as my DVLA things comes through, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on the roads, which is risky on a mobility scooter. Mobility scooters are one of those things that get hit a lot on roads, unfortunately. You have to have quite a bit of awareness around you to make sure that you're okay, and situational awareness. See, the thing is, even though I'm autistic, even though I can have tunnel vision, even though I've got ADHD and all those things, because this is my safe space out here, you've seen how aware I am of the locality of what goes on, of where things are. I am very good with it because the centre of my attention is this vehicle, and this vehicle anchors me, so I can be doing stuff and going around stuff and not run into trees or walls and things like that, which some people would, because I'm anchored to this. And I think that a moped would also once again be an anchor for me. And so, what's the plan? The plan is to get my provisional license. I've already applied for it. I will probably have to fill in extra forms because I do have disabilities which can affect things. I then we'll have to do the CBT before I even think of getting a bike, because doing the CBT will give me an awareness of A, whether or not I can go on a two-wheel motorbike, or actually whether I need something more. So let's continue this after this. I'm going to pick up the dogs some, actually whether should I? I'm thinking about it, whether or not I should actually get the dogs some burgers. They've had lots of treats recently. I think the idea of going down to Tesco and picking up a few things there is a better idea. Yeah. They don't need any more burgers. They're not getting overweight or anything, but yeah, they don't need any more burgers. So, this is a new thingy. It would have to be, I would have to feel safe on it. I'd have to talk to the CBT and see if I could get a solo, just me and the actual person, not a group thingy. And generally see how it goes. But if this worked, if I could do that, and of course I'll be taking you with me. I mean, I'll be fitting this action cam to the boomy, my helmet and everything. So before I do my CBT, I would have to buy a helmet, unfortunately. That's the thing. I will check with them beforehand. Once I've got my provisional in hand, then the idea of doing all this, it would open. I could go to the coast. I could go up to visit Brit. I could go to freaking Europe. I could go. One of the things I've learned about all of this stuff is that we all have challenges, we all have things that get in the way, we all have
top here, mate, and I turn right.
You should be. I don't know actually. You're best not asking me, unfortunately, because
Right.
I don't notice.
Right. Go to the top, can I turn right?
Maybe right at the top. I have no idea. Oh, there's a fish center there. So, this is a big thing. If I could do this, it would once again increase my independence. But once again, the scooter would have to be a safe space. And so, get my provisional license. Once I've got my provisional license, go from there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop this vehicle just here. I'm going to stop this and do another one of them in.